Welcome to the Socia Misfit Podcast
with Tosin
and Lola.
Welcome to the world of the misfits.
No such thing as regular people. Hello guys, welcome to another episode of our podcast.
Hi.
Why am I saying another episode as if we've done plenty of episodes? This is like the first official episode
Now.
Right.
The one we did before was our intro. So
Yes, so that was like just a trailer. So officially, welcome to the Socia Misfit
Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? You're not ready for our takes because our point of view is just not the usual. So anyway, Tosin, how have you been? How was your weekend?
Starting from the week alone, it has been so crazy. And the weekend was just like icing on the cake.
Oh, work.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So Tosin had to work 72 hours straight, and then somehow it extended to almost 100 hours. I don't know how, but somehow, well, I don't know. For me, my weekend was, I know you did not ask, but my weekend is
The thing is, somebody's son took Lola out for the weekend.
my weekend was amazing. My weekend was amazing.
That's somebody's
I cannot
son.
even
That's
lie.
somebody's son. I am praying for you. You don't know how I am praying for you. It's meant to just go naked and hold my two breasts and pray for you.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, I had an amazing weekend. Like,
yeah, she did.
There's something Tosin said. Tosin said intentional men. Hello. Are you there?
Just put your two fingers on your forehead and turn your head left and right and say intentional
men. Oh my god. Okay, so I've dated in the past, like I've met guys in the past. But this person's probably listening to this podcast.
Oh my god.
So I'm going to say this.
Oh my god.
You are one of a kind.
Period. You are amazing.
That's what I'm going to say. You are one of a kind.
You are
period.
amazing.
That's what I'm going to say. Because I like it when someone is intentional. Like someone knows what they want and they are going for it. And they are making their intentions
clear,
obvious. They are not just saying it with their mouth.
Their actions are showing it.
You get. And now they are not just doing the actions too. They are also supporting it with the words.
Like,
I'm not going to mention the person's name, but let me just say,
listening to this.
Yeah, the person that took me out for this weekend is an amazing person. It's an amazing person. I really love that. I really had a good time, and I hope that we get to do it again.
You people will do it though. You people must do it. I've stamped it.
All right. So Tosin was let me just shade Tosin. She was indoors and was sad.
I wasn't sad.
I did not say you were sad. I said
You
it was sad.
Okay.
The situation was sad.
Okay.
Because last weekend Tosin went out and I was alone and I was sad.
I came back early just because of you.
Yeah, whatever.
It was just. Never mind.
Whatever. The point is.
So this is payback.
No.
This whole weekend thing was.
It was not supposed to be payback, but then along the line,
it became a payback.
The goal was to have more fun than
Lola
you
don't
did.
start to.
The goal was to have more fun than you did.
I did. Because
oh my god, I did not know that the presence of one person could mean so much.
Power of
okay,
somebody's son.
That's
Power
it.
of somebody's son.
That's it.
Now I know what Tiwa really. God, that Tiwa song is a prayer point.
Yeah, it is. I was just telling Tosin before we started.
They should sing that song in Shiloh this year.
That the song is a prayer. I said it's a gospel song. That was what I said.
Yeah.
The song is a gospel song. So basically, that was what my weekend is like. That was what my weekend was like because it's Sunday now and then work starts tomorrow. There's a better chance that by the time you'll be listening to this podcast, it's probably going to be the week would have started already, and then I would have started complaining about work, about other things. But just know that now, I still have the weekend high inside. Like
okay.
It's like, you know when you get drunk and you're just
somebody sang girl left me one day. Hey,
one day. Period. Tiwa, shout out to you for that amazing thing. Speaking of Nigeria, because I feel like we really need to talk about what is going on in Nigeria. Tosin, you saw what happened at the NSAS Memorial.
Yeah.
And it's really sad that when this thing happened in 2020, I remember I was staying in Bariga and everywhere was messy. Because I remember back then I left my house and then I went to the house of one of my friends just so we can be together.
Okay.
So it won't be just me at my house. And everywhere was just messy. I remember this policeman passed, like this police van was passing, and this guy there was a way he put the gun at the window, and he leaned back and he just put his hand, like, I don't know if it was on the trigger or something at night, and the
Like
boss
he
was just
ready to
speeding
shoot.
through, like it was just ready to shoot.
shoot.
Like, let me just catch one of you on the street.
Can
You know,
imagine.
before that shooting happened that night, there was like Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, I think his first name is Babajide. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State. Lagos State is in Nigeria, by the way. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, he did something. I think he ordered a curfew.
Yeah, I
He
remember there was
did
a
that
coffee
day.
around that
So there
time.
was a curfew.
Yes.
And I remember that my friend's house was just about 5 miles from my house. But let me say 5 miles, maybe 10 miles at most. But it was not in the same street.
Yeah.
How am I saying miles? I think meters.
Mm.
Yeah, meters. Yeah.
I don't know which one.
But it was not
It's been
in the
a long
same.
time
It was not.
ago.
I shall know whatever.
It wasn't that far.
Whatever unit of measurement that Google Map uses, sha, that's the one. Whatever. But it was not far. And I remember walking from my house to my friend's house. This is a place where I can easily just say, okay, I'm out of toothpaste. Let me quickly run down there and get toothpaste.
Okay.
That is how close
Okay,
our houses were. And I remember I was so scared. I was so worried.
Just
like,
to cross to the next street.
just like come from my house to
To the house.
my friend's house, because that was how worried I was. Because what can happen? I was living in Bariga. Bariga is a rough place on a regular day.
Yeah.
Now talk more of when there is a curfew. So I was worried, and this thing happened. I remember I was following the gist on Twitter before the Twitter ban, and I remember that they said, when I heard that there was going to be a curfew, I'm like, okay. I expected everybody to go home, but then I realized that there are people that were much more brave than I am, and they stayed back at the toll gate. And I remembered when they said they were removing the cameras. I'm like, what are these people planning? They removed these cameras. They removed. I was not there, but I heard that they shut off the lights.
They turned off the lights.
They turned off the lights, and
All
then
the
they
cameras.
shot at them. And then everybody said there was no evidence that anybody died. But at the end SARS memorial, people came out to
give
talk about how they
testimonies.
lost people. People lost their lives on the 20th day of October 2020. People lost their lives. People lost families.
Lost
Some people
friends.
became
People lost
disabled.
body parts.
People lost body parts, and it is sad. And Tosin, I really want you to talk about. I assumed that as at that then you were not in Lagos.
I wasn't in Lagos. I was in
Now
Kogi
I was
State.
in Lagos, and I felt the tension, because even boys on the street, they were very worried, because these are boys that on a normal day, even when there was no tension, they were easy targets for these policemen. Now there was tension. I remember after the whole 20th of October shooting, a few days later, was it days or weeks, maybe a week or two later, my friends and I went out, and when we were coming back, apparently there was a curfew in Lagos State by then. So you're supposed to close you're supposed to be home by 7. So I think it was around maybe 7:20 something when a keke, then a policeman stopped us in front of the police station, and he was threatening to beat up one of my friends. Actually, we were just two ladies in the midst of about 4 or 5 guys. And I remember he slapped the other lady.
What?
Yes, he slapped her about 2 or 3 times. He did. And I heard them saying that actually their exact words were, "Una never know, shebu na una go dey protest." So even after the memo, even after the whole NSAS protest, they were attacking the youth based on the fact that
It never ended.
You get
Never
based on the
ended.
fact that you people were trying to they assumed that the youth of Nigeria are trying to make them lose their jobs, and I feel like
We're still fighting for them.
God bless you.
Like they're one of the. I don't get.
So I want you to talk about what do you think happened on 20th of October 2021 now, when the memorial was supposed to hold. I know there were a lot of celebrities that gave their support. It was supposed to be a drive-through, actually.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
just have
drive-through.
people drive through.
Exactly.
And what do you think? Where do you think it went wrong? Because I'm sure you are very conversant with Twitter.
Yeah, I was online. I was on Twitter all through because I was at work. I think that was when my marathon shift started.
Yeah.
I was at work, and then a colleague of mine was planning to leave work early so he can join him at that Lekki toll gate thing, but he couldn't. I don't know if he arranged that day or something. I don't know what eventually happened that day, but we just had a rush. But then we're online all through, and we're hearing things that were happening. Like, even before the drive-through started, they were already arresting people.
Okay.
They were already molesting people at the place there. Like we even heard
It
about
was weird because I
the
now
Uber
that I
guy
think of it,
that was
do you get?
manhandled.
Now that I think of it, I feel like the policemen, or don't let me say, because I know it was not just the policemen, the security officials that were on ground could have just stood by and just let
them
people
do their
drive
thing.
through.
Just let them do their thing. It can't
Then
be
it
that
is
hard.
called
Why
a
do you need to feel so
drive-through.
threatened?
Do you get? Now I feel like, okay, I remember after before the old shooting thing in October, I remember that I joined a new church
Okay.
in Bariga. I joined a new church, and in that church, they did a drama. This thing, and according to the drama presentation, they don't understand what was going on. And I remember that I raised my hand to ask a question. Several people raised their hands, and somebody already raised his hand before me. So the guy went, and the guy was like, "It's like people don't understand what is going on." Do you get? I feel like a lot of people did not understand because those people were trying to say that why will we be fighting for them to increase policemen's salary?
You can imagine. Are they not Nigerians? Too?
Exactly. Now I feel like these policemen too, they don't understand what.
They don't understand exactly what we're fighting.
I don't know.
For.
Do they think
we're fighting for ourselves and you too?
I feel like, do they think that we the youths want to become policemen?
You can imagine if we had a normal system. Do you think the government will be using you to?
It's crazy. It's crazy to see, because I don't know. Maybe they think that they wanted them to like destroy the whole police force, and then maybe we wanted the police job. We know how much you guys earn. It is not a lot.
Whole lot of things are embedded in that.
We know what your barracks look like, and it was just rubbish.
You can imagine a police station, a whole police station without a car. Like, if you come to Kogi State, I'm not trying to tarnish the image or something or say something bad about Kogi State.
Okay.
Even during this SARS protest, when it was all happening all over the states in Nigeria, some people were like, it's like Kogi State is not part of Nigeria because the noise, the COVID thing was minimal. The lockdown thing didn't really affect us that much.
Because the government is a very stubborn person. He kept saying there was no COVID.
Like, that was not even the point now. It felt like we were not part of Nigeria. Like, it felt like we're just standing somewhere far away and looking at what is happening in Nigeria. Like, we're not part of it.
Yeah.
So, but then,
for the first time since I became a grown-up, I hear about police brutality, but the one on October 20th
was
really
shocking.
shook me, because these people were there. You removed the cameras, you went there to put off the lights, and then you came back to shit at them. It's just wild. Honestly, just thinking about it gets me mad. I just get mad. I just get so mad. And
when I remember I was talking about this then everywhere. Like, I was talking about this to anybody that cared to listen. They were like, you're in Kogi State, this thing is not touching. How are you so bothered?
That's the
a friend of mine asked me online that, why are you so bothered about this? I was like, I am in Kogi State. But you know that around that period, SARS picked up my younger brother in that same Kogi State, in Kogi State University. Remember, that was when I just went there for the weekend to stay with. I normally go to his place, and then I think I sent him. Okay, they were about to turn on the gen, so he went with his friend to the filling station to get fuel, and I asked them to buy me egg because I was making spaghetti. So I asked them to bring egg when they were coming back, so I can put in spaghetti for them. But then an hour, I've not seen him. 2 hours has passed. I've not seen him. Like, what the fuck is going on? Until I saw them bringing him in, looking like they beat him up.
That's what they do.
Like, what was his offense? Please ask me, what was his offense?
What was his offense?
If you see my younger brother, he's tall and he's well built. His offense was that he has body and he looks like a cultist.
Can you imagine? They're arresting people for looking like
just for his looks alone, just for his body size alone. How old is this boy? He's not even up to 18.
It is weird, but I've realized that in Nigeria, generally everybody that has any sort of power, they misuse it.
Like, they don't want to show their power.
Alright, so my parents lived in a rural area, and I remember there was this time when I was on low court and I was having this Anita Baker hairstyle and everything. And I remember my younger brother telling me not to come home as at then, because apparently there were robberies in the area, and the Bale is like traditional ruler in Yoruba land. And the Bale was telling people that anybody that has a weird hairstyle, he was basically picking up people that
based on their looks.
So I'm like, I'm going to come I was a student of University of Lagos back then, so I'm going to come home to come and see my family, and then you're going to stop me and tell me that because I have an Itabica, so I'm one of the thieves that have been terrorizing the area. So if you're on low court, you cannot be a thief.
Is it bad to look good? Is it bad to look
It does not even matter. I think people that have power in Nigeria, basically they misuse it. You go to an office and then you realize that the security is even way more proud than the boss. Like the security men, you have to bow to them. You have to respect them. I remember when I went to when I wanted to do my IT, basically my CWS in school. I went to Nimasa at Apapa.
Oh, okay, I know that place.
To submit my IT letter, and I realized that the security man was rude to me, and I just turned back and left.
I can imagine.
When I left, I go back to school, and my friends were like, they went to submit it there too, but because of the way the man was behaving, they just had to like, okay, let me just calm down, because if you don't pay homage to these security officers,
you cannot move forward.
Do you get? I'm not like, so if I as a person, if I start working there now and I make life difficult for that kind of man, then I'm a wicked person, right? So it's just weird. I feel like we as Nigerians collectively we need to do better. These policemen know that because they have guns, people are automatically scared of them, and because of this, they misuse their power, they misuse this authority, and it's really sad. It's really sad. We really need to do better. This SARS memorial was supposed to be something smooth. Something good to make them know that we've not forgotten these our heroes that died for us. I can only remember the courage it took for people to stand there that day, even after they put off the lights, they removed the cameras, and people were still there.
I saw videos.
It's crazy really. But you know, in everything, I want people to take something out of this. What I want people to take out of this whole SARS memorial thing is the government does not care about us. Period.
I think we all know that now.
They don't care about us.
We all know that now.
They only care about whatever favors them and what they stand to gain. So I mean, if you have the opportunity to make Nigeria better for yourself, I realize that Nigeria is a country where you can make the corner your own corner better for yourself without caring about other people. It's a country that works that way.
Like that's new.
Yes, but somehow, if you make that place better for you, when it affects your neighbor, eventually, somehow, it will affect you. So, I think the solution is to leave.
And let live.
Leave this country if you can. Some of us will stay. Let's be honest. Some of us will stay and try to build. But if you know you cannot stay to build,
please, Chakba,
leave if you can. Basically, because I see people that can leave. I've met people that can leave the country, that have the money to leave, and they'll just be like, they feel like Nigeria gives them a certain kind of freedom.
I have a friend, as at last year, he wasn't ready to leave the country. I was like, you have everything it takes to live smoothly. He travels out of Nigeria and he comes back. Like, okay, why you know who could stay for there? Like, no, he has plans. Ask me about the plans now.
What plans?
Uncle has packed stuff to move to the Netherlands.
That's what happens.
What changed?
That's what happens when you keep giving. It's like having a friend.
You keep giving excuses.
And then you give and the person keeps fucking up. Pardon my friend.
Excusing their actions.
And then you keep excusing their actions. When it gets to a point where you just like, you know what, F off. And that's it. You know, I don't want to talk about SARS anymore. So Tosin, what have you been listening to?
Okay, I know you've been hounding me about that's Simi's new song, but guess what? I played it on repeat yesterday night.
Woman,
nobody be like woman.
Okay, first off, I felt like 100%. When I saw the challenge, nobody liked woman.
Man don't like woman don't like
I
woman.
knew Simi was trying to release a song. 100%. I knew it was something to release a song. Now, I expected the song to be a certain way, but when it came out,
oh my god,
I was
blown away.
It was just another way, and I was shook. I remember I was at work. I just opened Instagram and I'm like, oh, Simi has released. So I just went on my laptop. I just checked YouTube and I just played the audio for the first time.
Woo!
Oh my god! I felt like my head will explode. You see that beginning? I'm like, no. Simi already won.
This is it. Like, she just won me over completely.
Now, Simi has always been an amazing artist. I'm like, Simi Ami, period. Like, I used to say that when I make it in life, you know what my bio is going to say? I stand Simi, period. That's what it's just going to be my bio. Because then I've made it. Everything you need to, if you want to know more about me, go and check Wikipedia. It's not like now that I need to introduce myself on my social media page. Do you get? But by the time I finally make it in life, my social media will just say, I stand Simi, period. And then there's going to be that emoji of that painting name
Yeah,
thing.
my favorite emoji.
I don't care. I stand Simi,
Yeah.
full stop, period, with a T. That's just what's going
Like my ears are plugged in. Like
Simi is amazing. Simi has always been an amazing.
Of course,
I
like,
remember
always
getting.
liked her
I remember
song.
getting hooked on Simi from what's the name of this song? She did a cover of Rihanna's Man Down, Range Rover, and I think I was in. Okay, first I had heard Thief. You be Thief, but I didn't know who sang it. So I figured it was just okay. It was just one of those people that were going to be one hit wonders and everything.
But then she proved you wrong.
But then, like, let me be honest, I didn't know who it was. But then when I heard Range Rover, when I heard Range Rover, I was already in year one. That was in 2015. So I went and I went to like Google the song Range Rover. I wasn't getting much information.
Yeah.
Then I asked someone who sang it. They said Simi. When I Googled Simi, I just saw a lot of things about Adekunle Gold. That was what I was saying, to be very honest. Then I saw a few things about her. I saw that she sang Jam Question and everything, and that was how I got hooked.
Okay,
And
the first
my
song,
entire family loves
Simi.
Simi. Everybody.
okay, her first song I heard, I didn't really hear it was a video. Yeah, it was a video.
Okay.
Soja.
Oh yeah, with Fouls. I think Soja was what made a lot of people know her.
Yeah, that was what made me know her actually.
Okay.
Then I got hooked up from there.
Yeah, but then when I started doing my research and everything, then I realized that she sang what's this name? Ara ile ever making iba. She was
Really?
See, that was one of the songs on our gospel album. That's like a Simi song. Now, this is a song I heard back then, but I didn't know who sang the song. So apparently it's a Simi. So I've always, like, when Simi wants to release, I've always expected like it is just going to be legendary. Like, I remember when Didike came out. I heard the song and I was trying to put a lot of people on it. I remember I was in Zamfara then, so I was putting it on repeat. I wanted everybody in the Corpus Lodge
to hear
the song and just feel what I'm feeling. Now, most people were just passing, but the moment the video came out,
oh my god,
oh my god. And it became, oh my god, she's pregnant. I'm like, yo, dumb. Just leave me alone. But anyway, now speaking of women, basically, so women are superhumans. If you have a problem with me, making that statement, saying women are superhumans, I don't like you, and don't talk to me when you see me. I think women are superhumans. I think women are amazing. Now, when I say women are amazing, I'm not saying men are not amazing. I'm making a statement. It's not an argument. Because that's something that happens a lot. You make a statement about women, and then somebody says,
like,
men not. Do you get? Like, make your own statement. Let me make mine.
Just like talking about girl child. I mean, like, what about the boy child too? I'm like,
do you get? And this is something that happens in the society these days. Like, don't let me say society. It's something that people do now. When I say, for instance, when I come and tell people, okay, I don't like mango. My favorite food is if I say my favorite fruit is maybe banana.
And they'll be like, oh, so you hate orange.
You think mango is trash. What are you saying? I'm shaking right now. You see, when people start using slangs on Twitter to have real conversations in real life, I do not take them seriously. I think I just
like,
in my mind I just be like, yeah, fluke, fuck off.
Where do you get that?
Do you get? Like, how? So basically, women are amazing. Now, speaking of women, I feel like women in Nigeria now are now coming into like women in Nigeria now are now coming into like we are coming to understand ourselves more.
Yeah,
and now a lot of people are taking that in to do positive. A lot of people are using that to do positive things, and a lot of people are using it to do negative things.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
It goes both ways. Now, another thing that I'm really proud of women for is that we are now coming fully into our sexuality, which is not something we used to do before. Like, women are not supposed to talk about sex. Women are supposed to pretend like they don't have sex. Now, men are allowed to talk about sex and let you know that they are having sex. But for women, it is always like Why? Like, women are seen as this symbol of purity, right? But the men, you know, back then when I was much younger, I used to say it's that, okay, so men are having sex, but women are not having sex. Well, who are the men sleeping with?
Maybe they're sleeping with themselves.
Yeah, maybe that's that. But I know that was not what was happening.
No.
At least not to everybody. So I know for sure that we're just all fooling ourselves. So now, speaking of sexuality and everything, we saw what happened. We heard
What happened with
Tiwa Savage. You know, I wanted to say what happened to. Then I realized that it did not happen to her. It happened with her. Like, it was just a situation. What do you think of that person?
Well, honestly, we never can tell. We can't say this is the truth, and we can't say this is the lie.
Okay.
But then, I don't know if I should agree with her, if I should commend her, if I should applaud her, or if I should judge her or criticize her. But I'm like,
nobody has
okay, she's a human first,
criticize everybody,
but she's a woman.
Okay.
But then, I feel like she's a victim in all of this.
100%. I said it. I think I tweeted that, or maybe I put it on my Instagram. I forgot where I put that, but I mentioned it 100%. Tiwa is the victim. There's nothing anybody can tell me. Now, first things first. Whatever anybody decides to do, whether man or woman decides to do in the privacy of their bedroom, whether they decide to record it, whether they decide to upload it online, ladies and gentlemen, it is none of your fucking business. That's first. Now let's now say the tape got leaked and everything, and everybody now started having an opinion. First things first, I love the fact that she got ahead of the situation. Let me just say that. I love the fact that she got ahead of the situation. Like, she did what most people would not have done. Like, for me, if I had the sex tape, I'd probably be begging the person. I know myself. I'd probably be begging the person. Do you get? But I like the fact that she was strong. She did what most of us could not have done. She got ahead of the situation, and because of that, I think I really applaud her for that. She came out to say, okay, oh yeah, what won't happen? Make it happen. You get? It's not something that most of us would do. So I'm really proud of her for that. I like the fact that she stood up. I'm a woman. I like what she said, that she would not be I think I don't know if I'm paraphrasing or if those were exact words, but she said that she would not be blackmailed for doing something natural. Let all of us pretend as if we don't used to have sex now.
Oh yeah, now
Abby,
I don't used to have sex, please. I'm a virgin.
Yeah, me too. So but then it doesn't matter whether you have sex, whether you are not getting some, whether you are getting some. It does not change the price of bread. Everybody will be alright. It does not change the price of bread in the market.
Everybody will be alright though.
It does not improve Nigeria's economy. So whether you are having sex or you are not having sex,
Twitter is still banned.
That's your personal problem. It does not concern me. But then I don't know. You know the whole sex tape thing, Sha. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of the way she got ahead of the situation. I'm proud of the fact that she just went about her business normally. So I'm really glad. And that makes me happy. I hope she finds peace, because no matter how strong she is, I still feel like a part of her still
she'll be troubled.
Yeah, maybe not exactly troubled, but a part of her is still maybe sad a little bit.
Yeah, because all these things she's displaying now, like she's moving on, acting. I know it's all part of defense mechanisms, acting like it's not getting to her, but I know deep down it is. But I pray she finds necessary strength.
But regardless, Tiwa is a very strong woman. We've seen it time and again. We've seen how life throws bullshit at her, and then somehow Tiwa just rises. Like she has been in top 3 of female artists in Nigeria, like, for almost 10 years now, and she's still there. You know, she's still getting shit done. And it's just so, like, she got married, that did not perish her. She had a baby, she's still number 1. She went through a divorce, still there. She has a sex tape, she has a song in top 10 again. Somebody's song is my jam, my dear.
My prayer point now.
Jam. That's
left me. That's my devotion now. That has left me. I'm singing with somebody's on prayer point.
Keep singing it, yeah. Before you do your daily devotion, now just sing it. Or after.
Why?
Somebody's song go find me one.
Do you really have to rub it in?
One day. I don't know where, don't stay too far.
It's okay.
That's the way I sing. I sing like a worship song, you know, from the bottom of my heart. Tosin,
from the bottom of my brain.
From the bottom
of my heart.
So
they don't know this is paining me.
So Tiwa, once again, shout out to you for that amazing and having the amazing brandy on it. See, I cannot even if I start talking about that one. This let me brandy is amazing. Period. Let's just leave it at that. So having brandy on a song with Tiwa, and it is now my personal anthem. And then Simi doing
your
shit.
Anthem?
It's my anthem. And then Simi doing shit again. Give me that. You see that song, Woman, is an embodiment of me. Like Simi just said, okay. It's like Simi met me. We not met. I'm just saying. Like she met me and then she said, oh, let me sing the song for this, this and then she just went into the studio and she was like, Lola, okay.
Okay, so your Lola has been talking about songs.
Right too.
And I've not really been putting in a whole lot.
What new songs have you been listening to, by the way? Aside Somebody's Son, of course, and Woman by Simi.
You should know that I just listen to everything and anything because I don't really have.
Okay, did I get turned on to new music? Okay, I think I listened to new music last week, and that would be Easy on Me by Adele. Ladies and gentlemen, Adele has done it again.
Can we please take a break from songs?
No, let me just say this. Adele has me singing about my. Okay, wait. Let me tell you. Disclaimer: my heart has never been broken. I don't know why.
Lola breaks the heart. They don't break her heart.
I don't break people's hearts.
She's not doing the breaking.
There's an equilibrium. I don't need to break hearts. But now my point is, Adele will have me singing passionately, like go.
Hey. It's okay, please.
Okay.
It's okay.
I was just a child.
Lola, it's okay.
But Easy on Me by Adele. Shout out for that.
Take a break. It's my turn now.
All right.
It's not as if I don't like songs, though. I like songs, but then
right.
I've always been a book person.
Okay, so what have you been reading?
Like, I've been reading this book from Mills and Bones, Harley Quinn. It's a very old book. I think the title is Out of Hours.
What's it about?
You know about all these rich Italian bosses and their secretaries and then having a thing.
I don't know about how I feel about stories like that. It's always very sexist.
Yeah, exactly what I'm about to say. Like, because there's a part about the book that how okay, it's not a secret that the secretary has been in love with him right from
then it's need to bank on that and
then it's just that she's somebody that she's a plain Jane. Let me call her a plain Jane. And then this Christmas party at work, he got her, like, okay, they were not really close, but they were friends because she's a very good secretary. Okay. She knows her job and she does her job to the core. Okay. So she knows about his, like, secretary PA thing now. She knows everything about him. So she knows about his upcoming sister's wedding, and then he traveled home to, is it Tuscany or Tuscany? I don't know. Laura Kosha. He went to Italy. So he came back with this lovely dress for her. Then she wore the dress to the Christmas party, and then that was the beginning of their woes. Oh shit. So okay, it became interesting when he drove her home, and then they had sex in her house.
I think I'm going to give it a read. If it's not too sexist for me to just throw out.
Okay, it's not really too. The guy was being sexist though. Did I just say sexist? Okay, so what? I just said it. Okay, so as I was saying, they had sex in her house, and the next morning, same thing happened. But then the guy, you know how he's used to treating girls like all this one night stand. You know how we treat him. He wanted to do that to this girl, but then it didn't work out. And then after the sex thing, he wanted to treat her like the way he does his other sex captains. Okay.
And she let him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She let him. Do you know what even annoyed me the most? She has been planning to leave him because of her feelings for him.
Okay.
She has been planning to leave to stop working for him. And then he found out. After that encounter, he found out she has been trying to leave. Then he dragged her to his office. They had an argument, and then after arguing, they kissed again and they fucked right in the office.
Sounds hot, to be honest.
Yeah, aside sounding hot thing, he then made a deal with her. That was where the anger started in me.
What deal, please?
Okay, since she has been planning to leave.
Okay.
How about he's already attracted to her sexually. He's already sexually attracted to her. So he made a deal with her that he's going for his sister's wedding for a week. She should follow him. Then they will have as much sex as they can. Then when they come back, so that when she leaves, it will be a win-win for them both. And then they can separate and forget and act like or every. So that after she leaves, there will be no regrets on both sides. Him, like if you can't get somebody out of your head.
Okay, so he was trying to avoid the sex.
He was trying to just fuck her out of his system.
And she let him.
That's the annoying thing about ladies and feelings. Like you see this vulnerability that comes with loving somebody so much. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't think it's a ladies thing. I think it's an all gender thing. I just feel like she let it happen.
She let it happen.
Because for me, I wouldn't let that kind of thing happen.
It was so annoying. Like the kind of things he would say. I'm like, how? Like how?
I'm going to read it. What's the title again?
It's called Out of Hours. Like, like she should come and act as his mistress for all the 1 week thing. But then, if somebody talks to her, jealousy will come in.
Of course, now. Italian men, so hot and jealous.
Especially their mafia.
You look at you. Too much novel. Mafia has bad things in reality.
I know.
It's only in novels that they are. It's only in Mills and Bones that they are sweet. That they fall in love. So okay, like you know what, the book thing is, I don't know, a lot of these romance novels that I read too, I feel like the heroes are always too, they always put this so much pressure on this thing, and there's like a whole genre for it, like where it's just the man that is dominating, like that very domineering, that is just crazy. But you know what, that's not what we're going to talk about today. So basically what we're going to be talking about today is relationship as a misfit. I'm not talking about relationship as a misfit.
So the misfits. The lad have been in love.
Okay, so you know what? We're not going to start with me because you've already let out the whole point of my gist. It's a Jeko Jade. Okay, so listen, what has relationships been like for you? Like, how has it been so far? So I started well. Okay.
Although, with the kind of childhood I've had, it was a little bit rough. Plus sexual trauma, harassment, assault, and all that. Thank God, and luckily for me, I didn't get raped. But I almost got raped. It didn't eventually happen. So I think that affected the relationship for me to an extent. I couldn't date all the while I was in secondary school. Not like I really wasn't interested in it. But then when I entered nursing school, my first day during orientation week, I met someone. Okay, I think we dated for the next 2 years. But then it was kind of slow because I was trying to heal all that time we were together. I was trying to heal, but then he wasn't all that patient. Along the line, we broke up. And then since we broke up, I don't think I've ever had anything serious. With anybody. Even if I tried to, it just doesn't work out. I don't know what I was scared of. I don't know what my fear is, but then something happened to me that I didn't like while I was dating. I don't like talking bad about my exes. The guy I dated was a very good guy. He was a very, very good person. He treated me well. Okay. He was responsible and he was intentional. But then, of course, he will have
I like how much you use the word intentional. Basically, he'll buy you things, Abby.
I buy him things too.
But why do you call him intentional?
Because I like guys that are responsible. Guys that make promises and then they keep their promises.
So basically, it boils down to money.
Aside boiling down to money, he can come and be like, okay, babe, I want you to be comfortable. I want you to be okay. Like, I don't want you to stress yourself, do this, do that, and then he will find a way to make sure I am not stressed.
Intentional.
He was a very jealous person. And somebody like me is that I am a little bit old-fashioned. So I'm all about this respect your man thing, be submissive thing. Even while I was dating, I knew I was submissive. I knew I was.
You're submissive to a man you're not married to.
Like, not, I don't, you know what I'm trying to say now.
I don't know. Explain it to me because I don't understand what you mean by
submissive. Not all. I didn't mean all the yes my lord thing or all those crazy things.
I'm going to revert back to Simi's song. Now so submission, no. So we get
Lola, please.
Okay. Simi, I'm sorry I'm
not disrespectful.
But now homework.
I'm not disrespectful.
So far,
That I know. But then I think he took me for granted a little bit.
Because of your submission.
Not because of my submission, because I was, should I say I was just naive, or I was just young, or I was just young, girlish. But then that was the first and the last of those things being in love.
Okay. So do you think like your being a misfit has had anything to do with?
Yes.
In what way has it affected your relationships?
Because I don't see things the way normal people will see it.
If you give me an example, like when has it ever been like, okay, maybe somebody liked you, but because like, let me give you an example now. Let's say there is somebody, you know the way. Do you react the way girls react to fine girls? Do you think you
to fine boys? I
yes.
don't.
Okay,
like
so,
I react the opposite way.
So do you think that so you know so give me an example of when that has happened? Like maybe there's somebody that everybody sees this way. There's a man that everybody sees this way, but you see him like in a whole different way based on the fact that okay, I'm different. Like I don't get what is going on.
Okay, there's this guy. When there was time I had problems in school. There's this guy that was me. We were not together though. We just met during that time, and then I told him what happened. So we were just trying to be there for me as a support system. And yes, he tried. But then people were like, Tosin, you should be appreciative. Shem is so nice. Oh God, I mentioned his name.
You should not have mentioned the poor boy's name. It's
what
not
do you mean
right.
by the poor boy? What do you mean by the poor boy?
The rich boy's name. You know, when I say poor, I'm not saying in terms of financials.
I know, I get.
I'm just saying in terms of you've made him in this situation. You've murdered his reputation.
Hey, they don't know who the show is.
It's not the Sheon that you people know.
They don't know any Sheon.
This Sheon that we are talking about is not the Sheon.
Sheon is my older brother.
The Sheon we're talking about is not that Sheon. It's another Sheon. Do you get me?
So he was there. He was nice. He was good. He was trying to support me, and then he started adding some other things to it, and he was like, I don't know. But then I was just so indifferent.
Okay.
And my friend was like, is this girl not my
this
bye?
Guy that
is this girl not my bye? Well, how many people will you see that will do this for you? Like, if I am down and I call him, he'll be like, how do you feel? Like, okay, this is how I feel. Like, okay. He starts to talk. He starts to say things. But then he was not intentional. Because it was just all about the talks.
What do you mean by intentional? You see, this is your intentional. I told you use intentional. You use that word a lot. Like whenever guys,
has influenced me.
Guys, anytime I tell Tosin that so person did so thing for me.
Intentional man.
Tosin's going to go and you know the funny thing is that she's going to place her index finger, her two index finger on her forehead, and then she's going to shake.
Intentional man, no.
Like a dog in heat. And go, intentional me. And every time I try to understand, you know what? When I get to work tomorrow, I'm going to like sit down and just Google what it means.
Intentional. Google it, what it means to be intentional. You know, when you say things and you do it, say the only person that is intentional to the core is God. You say, but they say, what you say you will do.
Okay, that's intentional.
That is what you will do. That is what we mean.
Me, I feel like the way I understand the word intentional is somebody that I feel like it has to do with intentions, and it lets it be known.
Now,
not necessarily that talk and do. No, talk and do is different. Talk and do could easily be a sugar daddy. A sugar daddy is intentional.
Yes, so they are intentional. Please, they are intentional. Time.
I feel like a lot of people just use intentional based on they give me money. Na intentional man.
No. It's not all about money. It's not only money that somebody can give. See, I met somebody in the past few months. I would say this person is intentional. Okay, there are circumstances surrounding our relationship or situationship or whatever.
Okay, guys, I know this full gist, but continue.
Or whatever it is you can call it.
It is a crazy gist.
He is intentional. Like. In my own point of view and in your own point of view too, he is intentional.
I think okay, if you ask me, I think the guy she's talking about, I think if I say anything, if I compliment him now, he's probably going to listen to this and then going to be like feeling like all that. I'm still very pissed at you for what you did to my Tosin, even though
what did he do?
I don't know. I don't care. I still know something is not right with the two of you. So yeah, whatever. You know what? Don't let me talk about this. Because I feel like I'm going to say something wrong and then I'm going to have to apologize.
Yes.
And I don't like apologizing.
Oh yeah, apologize first thing first.
I've not said anything. What did I say?
Nigerians are always angry. So you should always apologize before you say something.
So I'm not going to say anything. All I know is, I think he seems like an intentional man.
It's not, it seems. He is.
I'm not the one that is in a situationship or relationship.
I am not in a situationship or relationship.
Okay,
I am a free bird.
I'm not the one in the ship with him.
There's
Whatever
no ship.
ship it is, there's a friendship.
Yeah, we are very good friends.
That's why I said it seems like. I cannot know for sure, but based on what I've seen him do,
of course,
what you say he does, what you
now.
say he has done,
now,
it seems like
he's a very, very intentional man.
Like in Tosin's definition of intentional, because
and your own definition of intentional.
I don't know how I'm going to use that word, so I'm going to have to research the word.
Okay, so as a misfit,
but for me, my highest definition of a man is a good man. Like, I'm not talking about Tosin's sheep person.
She's talking about my sheep person.
I'm not talking about Tosin's sheep person. I'm not talking about Tosin's sheep person. Sheep person, I'm not talking about you.
Sheep person, she's talking about you.
Sheep, I'm not talking about you. I'm saying, like, that is like the compliment I give men. I look at a man and I say, he is a good man. Like, that is like the highest compliment I can give somebody. When I say somebody is good, I mean like, untick.
I don't know.
Help me to understand.
Like, the thing is, I did not want anything to just connect the both of us.
I don't get.
Already. See, I'm not normal. You should know by now that I'm not normal.
Okay, disclaimer. I will not date somebody because the person has money. Or
of
because
course,
the person
doesn't have money. Of course, that
will not be like financial reasons will not be the reason why I choose to or to not
date somebody.
But if you give me money, I'm taking it. Period. And
I have sense now. That was when I don't have sense, but now I have sense. I don't reject money anymore. Now that I have sense. So later, I realized that this guy wasn't really interested.
But let me just say, there's never been a point in my life where I thought money was not important. Go ahead.
So I realized that this guy was not interested in me. Probably, I don't know what he wanted. I'm not saying he wanted sex, but I don't know what he wanted.
Okay.
Because all through the time we were chatting, talking about how he would like to do this, how he'd like to do that, how we want to do that. Uncle was already somewhere else doing wedding.
I don't get your first boyfriend.
He's not my first boyfriend. I never dated him.
Okay, you're talking about someone else. Okay, wait. You guys were talking about and he was getting married to someone else.
All that while he was checking me, and I was this close to say yes.
Okay, speaking of, I think I found myself in a situation like that. Now, when it comes to me, I feel like for me, I don't know, that feeling of I'm crazy about this person, like I'm totally in love with this person, like I cannot there. I've met people that I really liked and I've dated.
This excitement,
but that feeling of if this person leaves me I might die. I've never
had it.
I hope I feel it. Like I really want to, but I've never felt it. That is why I keep saying I've never had my heart broken, because like it has never gotten to that point where if you leave me my heart will be broken. Do you get? It has never gotten to that point. Now I've not really dated. I can't say I've really dated because.
But this needs somebody's son.
Oh, please stop.
The light's changing her mind. I can feel it.
Nah, we'll see. So basically, I feel like I've been in a situation like this where a guy that I knew, and I think I liked him a little bit, and then he was getting married. And my friend just called me one morning and said, "So person is getting married." I'm like, what?
Yeah, I just saw videos. That was dancing. Like, if you see that video, you will see that the girl was really, really shaking him. The way he was holding his head, that come on, let me get this babe, and he was dancing. Like, I know that he was really, really in love with that girl.
Okay. So do you know the crazy part about my own situation was that when I heard he was getting married, that was the end for me. Because if there's one thing I will not do, I will not cheat on and I will not cheat with.
Exactly.
That's one thing I will not do 100%. I will not cheat on and I will not cheat with 100%. I don't like doing nonsense like that. So sorry. Basically, when I heard and I now told this guy that you're getting married and everything. This guy still wanted to have sex with me after that. Wow, I'm telling you. Now, do you not know that was not the craziest part. That was not the craziest part, because when he wanted to have sex with me, I just feel like that was what he wanted to start with, an opportunity to have sex, and we've never had sex. So up to that, so he probably felt, let me just try one last time,
maybe it will work.
Jige. And I remember one of his friends now told me after he had gotten married and everything. That one now told me that I don't know that maybe if I had dated him, maybe we would not have gotten married. Now that was the turning point for me. I'm like, you all are mad. All of you are wild and you're fucking stupid. Pardon my French. You're so fucking stupid. You're probably going to listen to this podcast. Sorry, you're mad. Like, what is she? Moving on.
Please. So, and then the thing is that there's this indifference that is attached to it for me. See, the normal way that you put those girls, I don't think it works for me.
Okay.
I think it's very, very hard to impress me.
Okay. I don't know if it's hard to impress me. I'm not saying I'm a very special person or I'm a very hot cake or I'm a trophy. I'm some kind of trophy to be won or something. I'm all that. Continue. I'm special.
But then,
I'm a fucking trophy. I'm the best you can get. I'm the best you will ever have. If you've had me, I'm the best you will ever have. I'm the best you've had. Do you get? I'm still your best.
Okay, we've heard you.
Yeah, go ahead.
We've heard you, Madam Best.
By the way, nobody has had me.
So don't get me wrong, please. But then I think it takes a lot to impress me. These normal thoughts of I think there was a time a guy asked me that, why is it that when somebody is asking out, you just act so that's all you have to offer. So that's all you can do.
Do people like ask you out and make promises of what they will do when you start dating?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm like,
that's weird.
and I'm like, guy, why?
What if Buhari just do something weird and then the person cannot do it again? Like, do you know how crazy Nigeria is now? Like, this guy can literally promise you that, okay, I will do this, I will do that, and then
you're not a politician. You're not trying to win an election.
Like,
guys, why?
And then you just go for an SARS protest and maybe just lose an arm. And maybe all of his promises was hanging on that.
And to me, promises are important to me.
Nobody should make any stupid promise.
Promises are important to me. And then if you don't keep them, I will not disturb you. I will not bother you. But then you lose it.
But you're not being intentional, really.
To me, you're not intentional. Exactly. That's the point. You are not intentional. To me.
Okay, so for me, basically,
I know I'm not making a lot of sense, but
you are actually. We have realized. I feel like
expressive.
Anybody that has been listening to the podcast in morning would have realized that you're not normal. For me, though, I think the reason why I've not dated a lot and I've not had serious relationships is because I don't know how to say yes. I don't know how to say yes. Like, if somebody asks me out, I don't know how to come and say,
yes,
oh yeah,
I'll be your girlfriend.
Let's be kissing now. I don't know how to do it. I feel like I want you to ask me out. Like, I don't want to just let that nonsense that Nigerian men will tell you that let things flow.
Things flow.
Don't. I need you to take me out on dates. Let's like 2 dates, then you now hold my hands and tell me, okay, the reason why I've been disturbing you and I'm interrupting your sleep time, because when I'm not working, I want to be sleeping. So the reason why I've been disturbing you and not letting you sleep enough, and chatting with you and you've been replying my chats, is because I want to date you. Now, I want that to happen. But you know what my problem now is? I don't know how to say yes to that. I don't know how I will now go back and now say, oh yeah, you know that thing that you told me that day.
Lola, you have a problem.
I think it's time. I don't know how to bring up that conversation, but I feel like that thing has not stopped me from dating, because a lot of men don't even ask girls out again.
Okay.
They don't ask girls out. A lot of them just do that. Alpha. The next thing is when will I go and see your mommy? Sorry, how? How?
Let's be breaking.
Like, I'll be like, Ebola barrier. How did we get here? From where? Which bus did we enter that we got to this point where you want to go and see my mom? I remember there was this guy I was seeing for like 1 month, and he wanted to meet my parents. I'm like, guy, I don't even know you.
Hold up.
Like, I don't even know you. That is my shortest like relationship ever, and I don't even know you, and you want to meet my parents. How now? Anyway, guys, I feel like we've talked a lot. And we don't want the podcast. Yeah, maybe
we'll have a part 2 of this. We'll continue.
But basically, we don't want the podcast to be longer than
there's a lot I need to tell you guys.
1 hour.
The reason why I'm not dated.
Okay, Tosin, before we end the podcast, tell us, what have you been watching in terms of movies and everything?
I'm watching Chicago Med. I like watching medical movies a whole lot.
Okay, yeah, no, so that's understandable.
I'm planning to jackpot, so I need to know how they used to do their nursing thing in the abroad. In the overseas.
All right, so me, I during the week I I checked out this old movie, Notting Hill. So recently I've had this thirst for movies that were made in the 90s. So Julia Roberts, as amazing as always. You know, she's my role model. I feel like we'll be best friends.
You're role model.
If we met, I have like 99 role models. So I feel like if we met, we'll be best friends. So Julia Roberts, she killed it in Notting Hill. You guys should check it out if you have time. Notting Hill, amazing movie. So I think that's what I watched.
Yeah, but we'll continue this gist in our next episode because there's a lot I need to tell you guys.
Alright guys, thank you very much. If you listen to this point, I love you. Don't forget to subscribe
to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, on Twitter,
and also subscribe to wherever you are listening to this. Like if you're listening on Audio Mac, follow us. If you're listening on Spotify, follow us. Like follow us everywhere.
Even subscribe on WhatsApp.
Follow us everywhere, and also don't forget to send us suggestions and emails. We love to hear from you at send us suggestion as email at tsmpodcastwithtl@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening to this point. We love you. Tosin, close us out.
Oh my God, I love you. I love you.
Okay, stop. Guys, bye.